Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis of the match of Pyramids versus ASFAR. This is the CAF Champions League. Yeah, so let's get into it. By the way, I'm watching this at the first time as you. I didn't really watch it then see what the highlights were because I've seen it is a short video, so we can probably get through this real quick. Yeah, so as this is the first time watching this, everything here is new to me. All right. Yeah. Already, I just have to point that out. All right, the keeper. He does make a good pass, but okay, he makes a forward pass because he wants the player to move forward. Unfortunately, the player does not trap it quite well, and at this point, he makes the wrong decision once again. Because you know what, he's made a mistake. He's made a bad touch. It happens. But now, what he could have done, because I'm sure he has seen. Um, Sorry, it's just gonna take a while to load. Yeah, so I'm sure he's seen, just assuming this is his vision, he's seen there's a player coming in here. So the best thing he can do to try and revive the situation is put his body in between the ball and the man. So if you put his body here so that he at least protects the ball, and who knows, maybe makes a pass here, maybe he kicks it out for a throw in, and yeah, at least that's what he could at least start to rectify the situation. But instead, he lets it go just like that because I do feel he had enough time to at least put his body in between the ball and man. Because yeah, bad touch, he could have rushed to that. And simple, it's a 1-2 with the keeper. Sorry, a 1-2. It's one of those pass and finish. In fact, he could have just shoulder barged him. All right, so here's the next chance. I'm assuming ball is played in behind. This man has too much space. He even has the time to point. Because you can tell when someone has too much space. This is a lot of space that he is running into. Let's just let it load. Yeah, this is a lot of space he has to run into, and then this gap is criminal, and you can already tell he's identified it and he's going to occupy this particular region here. All right, so let's let that play forward. He has too much space. He even has time to point. He even has time to direct him where he wants the ball. And he's trying to do the right thing by following him, trying to intercept the pass. But it's that thing, if he keeps following him, he creates more space for him and he can actually take the shot. I don't know what type of defensive situation they have here, but it's weird. And that's a lovely ball. You see, that's how simple football can be sometimes. Simple as that. And then, yeah, but I see why he does what he does. But if you're going to, if you're going to not follow the man that's here, you have to make sure you cut out whatever pass he's going to pull off. That's what you have to do. Nice pass, nice goal. Simple. It's a simple ball, and yeah, this guy here, he was way too high up, and then he conceded the space in which the player had to run into. Nice Trivelo pass. Nice goal. Once again, another mistake from the back. So he passes it to this one. He passes it back. This is off the transition. So a good number of players are moving forward. But if you can see here, let's just use this tool here. I love abusing this tool. Oh, sorry, not this one here. It's my version of calculating offsides. All right, so I've seen this line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's the guy there. So it's practically a 4-on-4 situation. So yes, he's made a mistake, but good enough. Not a lot of people went forward yet. All right, so yeah, he gives him too much space. He should have probably reduced the space in between him and his next defender so that maybe that ball doesn't get played through. And it's a simple finish. It's a really simple thing. That football can be that simple sometimes, but it all comes from this bad pass. I'm sure he wanted to pass it in this particular area because any one of his teammates could have collected it, but should have done better. Just should have done better. And he takes his time because he should have immediately been shoulder to shoulder with this player here, but he isn't. He lets him run through, and that's a really good finish. It's a really good dink. Yeah. So he gave up. He gave the ball away, and he didn't rush to cover the space. That's what created that goal. All right. So this one's one of. Okay, that was a funny situation. All right. So this is, it's a weird way of, it's it's one of those. He does the right thing. He puts his body in between the ball and man, and so he protects the ball and manages to play it, at least attempt to play it into someone. It's funny because it's like he's just forcing. It's like he just way, way. He forces his way, and that's how it is. Sometimes you just have to force things. He drops both himself and the defensive player here. Not by doing that, he not only has he managed to play the ball into his teammate. What he's done is that he's also created more space. Uh, let's just let it load. I'm sure it'll. Yeah. Let me try to press it again, maybe. All right, it's loaded. So yeah, because he's taken the man down, he has created this huge amount of space for him that he can run through. And that's really good play. It's funny, but it's really good play because he passes the ball and then he takes out the defender, creating more space for his teammate. So his teammate can run into the space, can either take a shot or he could pass it there. Let's see what happens. He takes it. That's good. That is good. That is calm. And then here's one thing I did. Okay, here this guy here does very well, holding the ball up. But the defender here, why are you still down? This is a very good piece of play, but I do feel they did slightly make it too easy for him because none of them are going for the ball. They're either trying to block the shot or block a pass. I think they're trying. Yeah, none of them are really committed. They're just trying to cover the space rather than go for the ball. At this point, just go for the ball because there's not even anyone at the back post. Sorry, not the back post. There's not even anyone on the goal line. Just try and attempt to get the ball rather than protect the space because sometimes you don't always do it. And the fact that the defender is still on the floor, I understand you've been taken down, but at least get up. Please get up so that you can at least, try and block or just try and help your teammate just in case if anything happens. Quite collected finish, but the defenders just let him pass through, if we're being honest. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I keep laughing. So, yeah, it's a good touch. But yeah, the defenders just no one actually wants to get the ball from him. But that's a cool, placed finish. Cross into the box and almost. You see, this is what I talk about. So he's all alone, but at least this other player here, at least, yes, he might not be in the correct position, to properly challenge, but he jumps and goes near to him. I think he almost touches him. At least that, because him jumping there definitely affected his header. Good save by the keeper. Oof. Alright, so this is another situation of okay, I did not watch this match and I don't really know if people were on yellow cards. Maybe they were cautioned. I'm not really sure there. I can lie. But in this situation, the least you can do is just take a card. Take a yellow card. Take a yellow card, put him down, or what you can do, what Pepe and Ramos were fond of doing, they'll tackle someone at the same time, and then most of the time, what they'll do, they'll just, like, for example, uh, Ramos, Pepe, player here, both of them will barge into the player, and then they won't even get fouled. None of them will get a card, since, like, they'll just say that whenever you go in between two people, they'll just say nah, and you go down. They usually say it's not a foul because you're trying. They'll assume you force something. Because yeah, like this is someone should engage. Now this is one of those situations where they start saying too many cooks spoil the broth because he doesn't. Because you know what, these guys should be the first people to actually challenge. By challenge, shoulder barge, try and get the ball. Both of them do it at the same time. He remains here because if he moves, there's so much space for him to run into. So these two here are supposed to take responsibility since they are closer to him. They can at least attempt the first challenge and leave him as the last man, but they don't do that. Instead, all of them are just watching. They watch, he gets past them, He also does a bit of footwork, trickery, and then he scores. I don't know why he's so upset. The two players that were near him were the ones that were supposed to. They were supposed to put a challenge in. They were not. I don't know why he's upset. Anyway, he's taking responsibility. But the two that went, they should have taken charge. They really should have. They really should have. But this is some fancy footwork here. Pa pa pa. Go. Alright, so yeah, that's the match between Pyramids FC and ASFAR. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next match analysis.